Good morning. This is Melissa from Melissa Loves Orchids. It's very early. I'm trying to wake up and have my coffee. Last night was our July meeting of the South Florida Orchid Society, and we had a really good presenter. We had Alex Bayo from Bayo's Tropicals and Bromeliads. He's in Homestead, and it's going to be a great video for you guys because he allowed me to tape it and to film it, and I'm going to be putting that up as soon as I can. I'm a little bit behind in the videos, but that's okay because I'd rather have more videos in the editing room than no videos and no content for you. I have tons of content. I'm spacing it out a little bit because I don't think you want to watch every single day, but maybe every 2 days I'm going to be uploading something. If you want to see some shorter videos, head on over to TikTok. Same name for my channel over there. It's the same name, but it's shorter content, quick views of little tips, quick views of blooms and all that stuff. So last night's meeting was very good. I took a couple of plants. So usually when I take some orchids for them to be judged, I like to tell you guys about it. I also came home with a couple. So I'm going to show you what I came home with from Alex Bayo. You can find him. I have a QR code for you if you want to shop from his beautiful collection. He loves native species to South America and the things that he was showing us in the lecture. So I think I'm going to upload the lecture next so you guys can learn a little bit. But I fell in love all over again with Ludemaniana, with Gaskeliana. It's like the only one that he mentioned that I didn't have. So I came home with a cutting, and yes, $25. I know handwriting is you gotta work on that, Alex, but $25 for this cutting, and you have a new growth right here of a Gaskeliana. So I will insert a picture so you guys can see what I'm talking about. New roots over here. So I've got to decide pot or mount, but the way it's so horizontal, I'm thinking of possibly something like this, maybe a little bit bigger. What do you guys think? Okay, well, we'll see. The next one was a beautiful little pink from Plantio La Orquídea. So I felt like I had the opportunity to get something from Plantio. Plantio is closing their doors because I think they're retiring. So they're having some sales. Things are getting marked down. They're having, that's it. This is it. So got myself a Plantio orchid. This is BCT Playa Carupano, okay? And the reason I got this one, besides the beautiful pink color, this cross has BLC Boothly Venice, AM AOS, and BLC Glorious May, Sarasota. That's her tag. And I had been looking for Boothly Venice. And I don't know what happened at the Tamiami. Either I saw her or I didn't. I don't know what happened. I didn't get to pick one up. So the fact that this one has, you know, it looks like her, it's a cross with Boothly Venice, I'm happy with it. I see new roots growing here. Looking like it could use a nice little pot, possibly, maybe like this, with lava rock, with leca. So those are two exciting new additions. Now I'm going to take you, and show you, well, one of them is right here. Which orchids I brought to judging and how did I fare. So the judges are always very fair, very kind, and a lot of people brought plants to be judged, and it was really nice to see. That's the best. I'm going to see how I can make time to participate in the raffles, the silent auctions, the speakers, the filming, and also get on film everything that's brought in. I'm going to ask permission because those are other people's orchids. I'm going to ask permission to see if I can do that and show you more, not just the behind the scenes, but and the aftermath, but during the meeting. Okay, so this one is one that I had to take. This is from my friend Judeli's. Okay, this is two of my favorites, a Maxima crossed with a Cerulean. Here is her tag. And she bloomed. The only thing is that she bloomed and it was beautiful, 2 blooms. And that bloom was done, and then she bloomed again. And this bloom is taking its time, and then now she has a bud here, so she can't get it together, but I do appreciate that she's been in bloom for such a long time. And the scent is divine. So when you take your plant for judging, you have a slip that you have to fill out, okay, with the name, and then you put your name on the back so that it's fair, and they look at the front, they see the name, and that's it. So for her, I received 2nd place. Very happy about that, since it's only 1 flower, and she smells so delicious. So that's number 1. Let me show you something else. This one, I also received a 2nd place. This is a BC Golden Glory cultivar Apollo, and the flowers are so pretty. It has fragrance at night. It's acclimating here to my mounts. That's from moremudworks.com. So if you need mounts like this, he's on Facebook too. His name is Andrew Moore. Look at how gorgeous she is. Now, she was trying to get to the sun, and I had her like this, so all the flowers are like trying to turn around and go the opposite direction. But I like her. I think she's so cute. Her roots have attached to the mount. As you see, they're coming out to the other side. So if you're wondering, does a mount like that work? Yes, it does, and I water her every day. So that's that. Golden Glory. I got 2nd place for my Golden Glory again. So if you're in South Florida, if you're in Miami, come to the South Florida Orchid Society. You can bring your orchids to see if you win 1st, 2nd, or 3rd place in the judging. It's fun, and you get to show and tell, and you get to not show off, but you get to show others how you've been growing. And everyone's so nice there, so you're gonna get a lot of good feedback. And look at that. So next, let's see what's next. All right, next I hung her over here. Next was my Landate Charm. I just really love the flower, and it's still very, if the flower's dying off, it's not a good idea to take them for judging. They want fresh flowers. Okay, and this one still has some life in her. This is Landate Charm. Sorry, my crazy handwriting. I have better handwriting than that, I promise. Oh, and she won a 2nd. I guess maybe that, because the flower wasn't, and you can tell there was another flower that fell. So Landate Charm. Next, I took Marilyn. I know, I took Marilyn Lou, even though some of the flowers were on the way out. See? This one was just about to open up. Hasn't opened yet. This one is more fresh. Maybe I should have cut the stem that was not as fresh. But this is the first bloom for me for Marilyn Lou. And maybe next year she'll get it together and do all her 3 spikes at once. That would be a nice show. But this time she kind of did it 1 first, then 2nd, and the 3rd. So it's kind of weird when you take her for judging. It's like, this one is done, this one is done, this one is new, this one's going out. It's kind of strange. Maybe I can figure out a way to do it better next time. But in any case, she won 2nd place in her category. Marilyn Lou. That's from Ecuagenera. All right, and then This lovely one was my pride and joy. Sometimes you bring some that you're like, okay, this is the favorite that I brought. I hope I get our blue ribbon. So this is my BLC Durigan Aphrodite, which received a first place. And this flower is just spectacular. I noticed that the flower was very flat. You could see it. It's very symmetrical, flat, beautiful. Lip was gorgeous. So when I took her, I knew that I was going to get comments like that. So you start to realize what are the things that the judges are going to be looking for, and that's what they like. Flatness in the flower. See, this one is the opposite. Even though I find it beautiful, it's not. If you see it like this, okay, but this one on the other hand, look at how flat that is. So that's important. That's an important quality. I would like to know more about why, because sometimes flowers, you know, their characteristics are not as flat. So it's like we're penalizing the ones that weren't meant to be flat. I don't know. Who knows? It's a beauty contest that has a lot of rules, basically. So that was first, second there. And this one I totally regret that I didn't just take off. I just did it right now. Take off the spike that was done and bring her, because these flowers are pretty fresh. Again, it did the same thing. I had 2 spikes and 1 spike opened and bloomed, and the next one took longer. So I regret not taking BLC Talon Lambert from Quest. I think it would have been a showstopper even if it had these 2 flowers left, but you live and you learn. Next I took my Brassavola Cuculata. They thought it was pretty cool. I brought her because she was different, not because she's my favorite. She has a different kind of bloom. Again, she did the same thing. I have to ask to see if that's something that I'm doing, but here's a bud and here's a flower, and they're not getting it together at the same time. I don't know why, but the judges liked her and gave her a first place. All right, and last but not least, we have one of my favorite scented Vandas, Vanda Cerulean. So this is my Vanda Cerulean. It has 2 spikes, and it seemed to impress over there with the beautiful texture of the leaves. They mentioned and showed it to the other members how there's, you could clearly see the tessellata in the backgrounds, and you can see that it is very strong. Like they're turgid. They're not like tissue paper, like they're very strong flowers. So that was it for my South Florida Orchid Society meeting day. I hope all of you can join me one day. Not all of you, but if you're in the area, come down, be a guest, and see what it's all about. So make time for things you love, and I'll see you next time. Bye.